What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So here we are at the house, and as you saw in the last video, this is by far, well, not by far, it is the biggest trailer I have ever hauled. Second heaviest by, it's about 3,000 pounds lighter than the heaviest I've pulled, but it's 45 foot Momentum toy hauler. It's also very tall. The cable, you can't really see it, but there's a power cable right there that's that far off the top of this. Typically we have no problem, but wife had to come in with a pole and lift it up so we could get it over all of the air conditioners and whatnot to get this in. I would say if that's a 45 foot, well, I could fit a 53 foot trailer back here, and we know what that means. I keep thinking about it. It may happen, but check this thing out. Momentum Class M 45 foot. It's the 398M. I haven't seen inside it, so I'll probably look that up. Anyway, I'm here. I'm gonna go inside and do a reset, and I'll catch you guys right here when my reset is over. Was going to leave, but apparently with an entirely empty parking spot, that guy decided that taking up 3 spaces right in front of my gate was the way to go. And again, I've said this before, I get it's their parking lot, but I have also talked to the people at the church, the congregation, and the office people, like, hey, can we maybe avoid blocking these spots right here as a first choice so that I can get in and out? Apparently being nice isn't working, so we'll see what the next step is. Again, it's their parking lot. I completely get that, but come on. So anyway, on to other things. Pre-trip's done, and wife is on her way home for lunch. She's going to open up the gate. Well, I mean, I'll open the gate, but she's gonna let me out, mainly because, as I said in the last video, that wire that comes down right there is just off, and when I backed in, she had to kind of poke the wire to get it up over the 3 air conditioning units on this monster unit, this 45 foot fifth wheel toy hauler. I don't know, I dig it. I'd own one. Anyway, the plan was to take off tomorrow. Originally, I had told Horizon, who then told the customer, that I would be there Monday. Well, I was giving myself a window because I was expecting to hit all sorts of weather going through Oregon, which I did, but thankfully I hit it while I was empty on my way to pick this up, and then the storm was chasing me all the way through Oregon. As I would go north and east, it would snow and it would stop, and it would snow and it would stop. So I was just staying ahead of it all the way through. And then I was like, cool, customer wants it on Saturday. Well, today's Thursday. I'm 16 hours away, so I was going to take off in the morning. All day Friday, little over half a day Saturday, and right about exactly half a day Saturday, and I'd be delivered. Well, we're supposed to get 7 inches of snow tonight, and that storm is going east. So, that storm is going to hit here in about 4 hours, which means it's time for me to get the heck out of here. Also, spoke with my tax lady this morning. She guaranteed me my taxes would be done tonight. So, I should have that information for you guys by tomorrow. I can put it in this video, and there you go. As I had said to some of you on the poll that I put on YouTube, I think it makes more sense to do it as a live video because there's going to be a ton of questions. But this is the vote you guys wanted, so if I can't respond to your question because, again, I'm working, I drive 11 hours a day plus pick up and drop off time and my mandatory break and whatnot, which now that's usually my fuel break, I may not have time to respond to all your questions. So I'll do my best. There are absolutely no promises, and well, that's it for now. So while I wait for her to get home, I'll catch you guys later. Hey guys, good morning. So we're here, the Petro in Laramie, where I seem to somehow do a lot of my videos. It is 9:30 in the morning. I still have 2.5 hours before I can hit the road. Got in at 1:30 this morning here. As you saw earlier, I got a very late start, but I did beat that storm. Apparently it dumped pretty decent in the Boise area, and then I got through all of Wyoming right as the wind was starting to pick up. Blew me around a little, but I got through, and apparently they wound up shutting it down to high-profile vehicles, and I could see that. There was a lot of real slick spots and some blowing snow, so yeah, I'm not surprised that they shut it down. Anyway, good news is I finally got the information from my tax lady. So, you guys have been asking for it. As I said before, I didn't want to do last year's because I was half active duty, half doing transport, and I wanted to give you guys a full breakdown of a whole calendar year. So, here we are. To start, I made gross $123,472. Now, in actuality, it was $124,100 something, but $740 something got hung up, and that was just because I delivered the trailer late in the day on the 31st of December, so it didn't actually pay out until the 1st. So I did the work in that year, but the paycheck was late coming. Anyway, $123,472. You take away from that, well, you're allowed a lot of deductibles, a lot of stuff that I didn't really even think about, which now after talking to my tax lady, it makes sense. And that's kind of what took so long is, last year it didn't matter because I didn't make a whole lot, and I had half a year in a job that was taking taxes out. So last year was really simple. Between what I had paid in and the fact I didn't make a whole lot, I didn't owe any other taxes, and I got a really good refund. So that was whatever. This year, we itemized every single thing, and we went back and forth a few times, and that's what caused this to take so long. So things that I didn't even think about that you could write off. The interest on your vehicle loan. A hotel, which I guess that kind of makes sense. I just didn't really think about it. But any equipment you bought for the truck, obviously that makes sense. Some of it I really didn't think about. And I'll kind of go over some of that as we go on down the list. I have it all written right there. But I spent $32,276 in diesel. That's all a write-off. Another thing that I didn't know is, well, I mean, I did know, but I didn't know it was this much. You get a per diem while you're on the road. I'm having a moment now. I can't remember if she said it was $35 or $50 a day, or it varies depending what region and the country you're mostly running in, or something like that. But anyway, I spent 278 days on the road. And that's, if I did a reset not at home, that counts. So, what is that, 60, 80 days I spent at home. 80 something days I spent at my house. It's not terrible, considering the line of work I'm in. All of your routine maintenance is obviously a write-off. So, I told you guys I have that cycle where I do oil, fuel filters, and air filter, and then the next one is oil, and the next one is oil and fuel, and the next one is oil, and the next one is oil and fuel and air. And I run that cycle. That throughout the entire year was I just rounded all of these just to make it a little bit simpler, but that came out to $2,320. I spent $2,400 in tires. And that was because I bought a set right as the year started. Excuse me. And then I had to buy another set at the end of the year. Also, review on these tires that I have coming soon. It's not looking good. Your registration, that's a write-off. Mine, because I'm apportioned and I plated at a higher weight, which I'm probably going to wind up taking that down. After doing this for a while, I've realized that I'm way overrated, which is going to cause my registration to be more expensive. So I'm going to bring that down. But that was $998. Insurance for the whole year, $4,296. Now that's for my $1 million unladen policy. That's for full coverage on my truck. That's everything I need to legally run a commercial vehicle. $4,296. I bought a pressure washer. That was a tax write-off because I chose to not go into like Blue Beacons all the time and wash my truck. I just wash it when I go home because I'm able to be home more often than a lot of these other transporters, big truck guys, hot shotters, just because of the where I live. I'm close to yards, so it makes sense for me to go home, get a reset, and then take off because I'm close to the yard. So I just washed my truck at home, so I bought a pressure washer. That was a write-off. If you guys remember, I was using my Keep Trucking on my phone, and then I switched it over to my tab. I bought a tablet. That was a write-off. I had a printer malfunction, so I bought a new printer. That was a write-off. All the ink I bought for the printer, that was a write-off. I bought a new hitch. I still have my same old weight distribution hitch, but I bought another one it's a 21,000 pound hitch. Just because I've had a couple different trailers that I've hauled that were over the rating of that weight distribution. So got a new hitch. I bought auto socks last year. This year I actually have a set of chains for my duals in the rear. So that was a write-off. That new toolbox I put in the bed, that's a write-off. I had to spend $960 in DEF. I spent $280 in hotels. That was two times I did a reset at a hotel. I think I mentioned this earlier, but the interest on your vehicle loan, not your monthly payment, but the portion of that payment that is interest, that's a write-off. Also, you have depreciation on your vehicle. you have the miles that you have driven. All of these are different write-offs. And then my additional maintenance. I had the wheel bearings, I had that crankcase vent filter, and I had a DPF issue. All of that, so all of that together once they took my total income of $123,472 and however many pennies, all of that minus all of my write-offs, all of my deductibles, came out to where I owe, this is state and federal combined, $3,800 and something. She said she's going to email me next week the actual form with everything, but it was $3,800 and something. So I paid 0 taxes all year because I was expecting to kind of break even. Again, I'm new to this, so with having a really good return last year, I figured I would kind of break even this year. That didn't happen, so I owe $3,800. But that's not bad. You know, considering that once you combine my income plus my wife's, we were right around $157,000 total. So we're in that higher tax bracket. So only having to pay $3,800, that's not bad. Now, another portion to this. Now we've covered the tax part. What was the income? So $123,472 minus all of those things that I just listed in as my write-offs. Anything that's related to the business is a write-off. So everything else is just personal expense that I spent money on because I'm a man-child. So all of those things added up, subtracted, I'm profited in my pocket after every expense, $65,818. Now, that doesn't sound like a whole lot. It is, but it isn't. So when I was active duty, 12 years in, E6, I was grossing 50-something thousand dollars. So I'm almost 10,000. My net is almost 10,000 more than my gross was when I was active duty. I also spent a lot more time home, and that's not even counting off because you guys saw I did a lot of resets at different chapters in the club throughout the country, just hanging out with the guys, or you know, I just had to do a reset at this truck stop or that truck stop or whatever. So I feel like I got a lot more time off, as well as a lot more time with my family, which is great. And I made a little bit more money. You know, realistically, if that was my gross, my take home was probably somewhere around $50, $48, something like that would be my guess. So, you know, $15,000 to $18,000 increase, and more free time, more freedom, a lot more freedom. And like I said, I spent 80 something days at my house, so probably somewhere around 95 to 100 days off. It's not bad. Anyway, you know, people say there's no money in RV transport. It's there. You know, and this is nitpicking every single dime that came out of my pocket that in any way was related to the truck was taken out of that $123,000. So, I don't know. I'm not going to complain. I like the job. I'm definitely going to keep doing it. Anyway, at this point, we're getting pretty close to being able to take off and get running. I'm gonna run inside, grab some breakfast, and let's go get this thing delivered. Okay? All right. I'll catch you later. And we got it delivered. So, currently in Shelby, Iowa. By the time you guys see this video, it'll be Saturday, the 20th. I'll have it, by the time I get it edited and it uploads and everything, it'll be basically midnight. So by the time you guys see it, it'll be the 20th. I will be staying at the Amish Walmart in Goshen. Gonna go pick up my next unit and just call it a day there, and just easy day. Should be a 9-hour day. Run until 1:30 yesterday. It's almost 11 o'clock tonight, and I don't do this late night stuff. You guys have been watching for a while. I'm normally up early and up and about, so I'm gonna call it tomorrow, make it an early day, and then that should get me back on my normal routine for hauling my next trailer all the way to Oregon, just about the Oregon coast. So we're running this one. Anyway, the customer called and wanted to know if I could deliver the unit today, and I said, well, yeah. I was going to go to Grand Island, Thunder Road, which was about 20 miles north of his house. He lived down in Clay Center. And, yeah, I can get that today. So I dropped it, and I made it a couple hours east. I still had 2 hours left on my clock. I'm tired. I just didn't want to go anymore. And I got to where I started feeling kind of sleepy, and I said, you know what, it's not worth it. Not in a hurry. Everything's going great. Let's just pull over and park it. So got the street walker parked here. She needs a bath. My God. All right, that's gonna do it for this video. Anyway, there's the tax information, and we're on our way to Indiana, and then we're going to the Oregon coast. And as always, those of you out on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day.